Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm going to read through the full article here. It is pretty short. This is somewhat of an initial report. This article was published about 5 hours ago, and for sure there'll be more details that will come out over the next couple of days or so, but this is what we have for now. Going to read through pretty much all of the details. A mass shooting at a Maryland concrete products company has killed 3 people and critically injured 1. So I believe that the suspect is critically injured. Washington County Sheriff's deputies responded to the reported shooting in Smithsburg at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time Thursday, June the 9th. Responders to the active shooting found 4 victims, 3 of whom were already dead. The accused shooter had escaped the facility before law enforcement arrived, but thankfully Maryland State Police identified the suspect's vehicle shortly thereafter. The gunman shot a responding state trooper in the shoulder, and the trooper returned fire, striking the suspect. The sheriff's office confirmed both the suspect and the trooper were injured during the shootout. Both were taken to get medical treatment. There is no confirmed active threat to the community in relation to this incident. So that's pretty much all of the information that we have. The shooting took place at a company called Columbia Machine in Smithsburg, 75 miles northwest of Baltimore. There's a population of 3,000 people within that town. And the company, the Columbia Machine, they have a manufacturing plant. They manufacture concrete products equipment, so molds, parts and repairs. We can have a quick look. It's not too exciting, but it's a manufacturing facility in regards to concrete products of various kinds for building, construction, that kind of thing. So why would this type of business be targeted? Here's my guess, complete guess. It's a disgruntled employee. That's where I'm going to put my $10. I will take 5-to-1 odds. A disgruntled employee is my guess. Why else would somebody attack this business? And there might well be a lot of disgruntled employees out there, Let me put it this way, right? How disgruntled would you be, or how disgruntled would you expect somebody to be if they worked for a company for several years, right? And then that company said, you know what, guys, we have to ensure that the safety of all employees within the building, within the business. So thereby, we have to ask all employees to ensure that they're up to date with the vaccines. Okay, seems reasonable enough. Yeah, we're all for mandated vaccines, aren't we? Maybe some aren't. But look, let's say that the company mandated vaccines. And let's say, hypothetically, now I understand this is ultra rare, but let's say that the victim, that the employee suffered some kind of adverse reaction to the vaccine. Now, we do know that that does happen. It does happen. Very rarely, sure, not arguing that point. Very rarely, apparently, that's what we're told at this point. But look, how disgruntled would you be if you were an employee of a business? They said, hey, buddy, if you want to carry on working here, if you want to carry on getting a wage so that you can pay your bills, so that you can pay your rent, so that you can pay your mortgage, so that you can feed yourself, so that you can feed your family, you're going to have to take this vaccine. And then you do that, and then you get some kind of adverse reaction. How disgruntled would you be? I'd be rather disgruntled personally. I would be rather disgruntled personally. So I can imagine that that's the type of thing that could happen. Now, I'm in no way suggesting that that has happened in this case. My guess, my absolute guess, would be that the shooter would be a disgruntled employee or ex-employee. That would be my guess. Could be entirely wrong, but I can't think of why else a shooter would decide to shoot up a given premises. There must be some kind of personal connection, I would have thought. So that's where I'm going with that. But the rest of what I've said there is utter speculation. I just think that moving forward, I honestly, you can think I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist, but I think moving forward, if there are people that have suffered adverse reactions from from the vaccines, and we do know that it is not misinformation to say that that has and does happen to some very, very minor degree, apparently, allegedly, I would have thought that some people are going to be disgruntled. I mean, what if they suffered a very severe adverse reaction? I would have thought that it would be kind of normal, let's say, to expect that somebody would blame their employer if the employer was to have pushed them into a corner and said, look, if you want the job, you've got to do this. Anyway, I've kind of rambled there. The key thing is that there has been yet another mass shooting. It's happening every day, every other day in America at this point in time. This one's at a Maryland concrete products company, manufacturing processing plant by the look of it. 4 victims, 3 of whom are already dead. So let's see if the article gives us any more information. Okay, I've just double checked, and that really is all the information that we have. So the state trooper was shot in the shoulder. So I presume that the state trooper is not the person in critical condition. That's my presumption. I think I'm likely right. So I would think and I would hope really that the one that is critically injured is the suspect, the suspected shooter. I'm going to wrap things up at this point. Of course, condolences to all of the victims and the victims' families. 3 killed. It's terrible. We're getting used to this, and maybe there's more to come. I'm sure there is, unfortunately, more mass shootings to come. If you feel that I've done a decent job, if you haven't minded my ramble too much, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. You can buy me a coffee. There's a link to a donation website, ko-fi.com. If you click on the link, it will take you to my account. If you want to buy me a coffee, that would be great. But you don't have to. I'm going to thank you for your time and take care.